On Aaron Bushnell, Methinks the Israel Apologist doth protest too much. Notes from the edge of the narrative matrix. Currently there has been a famine going on for months in a place that is half children, which means that in the coming days we can expect a massive explosion of children dying due to starvation. And here's the kicker. The famine is 100% deliberate. I never thought I'd see anything worse than babies being ripped apart by military explosives until I started seeing babies being starved. Babies killed with bombs is horrifying, but starving babies causes panic. It triggers a deep, primal, "this needs to stop" instinct. Aaron Bushnell wasn't addressing the Israeli government with his soul-jarring message. He wasn't even addressing his own government. He was addressing you, each of us. His goal was to get us all to open our eyes to the horror of what's happening and spur us to action to end it. If you've noticed Israel apologist trolls swarming all over the Aaron Bushnell story, it's because they know how damaging a U.S. airman self-immolating while screaming "Free Palestine" is to U.S. and Israeli information interests, and they are scrambling to manipulate the narrative. Israel apologists are all over the internet swarming the comments of anyone discussing Aaron Bushnell going, "No one cares. He died for nothing. He didn't accomplish anything." Bitch, if he didn't accomplish anything, you wouldn't be here in my notifications frantically telling me he didn't accomplish anything. Who do these losers think they're kidding? The very fact that they need to do this proves them wrong. They're like a guy who spends hours sending a woman dozens of texts about how he totally doesn't care that she rejected his advances. Methinks the Israel apologist doth protest too much. Many high-profile Israel supporters have been circulating a fake screenshot of a Reddit account by Bushnell saying, "Palestine will be free when all the Jews are dead." The fact that they're doing this illustrates two things: that Israel supporters are unscrupulous liars, and that they are freaking the fuck out about how much damage Bushnell has done to their cause. Israel supporters keep confidently opining on Aaron Bushnell's motives and character, as though they are even remotely capable of understanding such a person. These weak, shallow, self-centered little bitches can't even lay siege to Gaza without bringing along cotton candy machines and bouncy castles. Liberals, we support the fight for civil rights. Palestine supporters, boycott. Liberals, no, not like that. Palestine supporters, protest. Liberals, no, not like that. Palestinians, violent resistance. Liberals, no, not like that. Aaron Bushnell, set self on fire. Liberals, no, not like that. U.S. liberals in 2016, wanting universal health care is a pie-in-the-sky fantasy. U.S. liberals in 2020, wanting full student loan debt forgiveness is a pie-in-the-sky fantasy. U.S. liberals in 2024, wanting your country not to commit genocide is a pie-in-the-sky fantasy. If the United States really was the defender of justice it purports to be and actually used its military in the way it claims to, it would have told Israel to cease its genocidal atrocities in Gaza and taken military action if Israel refused. Instead, it's actively running support for Israel's atrocities. This shows you what the U.S. empire really is, and what it has always been. This shows you that its humanitarian interventions have never actually had humanitarian goals. It shows you that every time the U.S. has attacked a foreign nation under the narrative cover of freeing its people from its tyrannical government was in fact an act of mass military violence based on lies. There's nothing stopping the U.S. from moving its war machinery to the immediate surroundings of Israel and threatening to destroy IDF locations if it doesn't cease its massacres, in the same way Hugh Thompson and his helicopter crew rightly stopped the My Lai massacre by threatening to fire on U.S. troops in Vietnam. That hasn't happened because the U.S. isn't what it pretends to be, and does not use its military in the way it claims to. In reality, the U.S. is the hub of a globe-spanning power structure that requires endless violence to maintain its hegemony, and what we are seeing in Gaza is just one more expression of that violence. This isn't some fluke aberration in the U.S. empire's behavior, but a very normal and expected manifestation of it. The facts clash with the United States' story about itself, because the story is a lie.